I'm ready to call the meeting to order.
Okay.
Matt, you want to, well, I guess we're not going to bother reviewing the minutes because we don't have a quorum to vote on them.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me bring
Matt,
up.
do you want to get into your comments or?
Yeah. Let me bring up the agenda.
Okay.
So that, oh, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? This one right here. All right. So here's the agenda, and here's my comments. All right. Boy, I wish it was bigger. Let me open it up a different way. Okay, so my general narrative for this particular year is wait a minute. Okay. I didn't update my general narrative. I'm sorry, I jumped right into the condition of the district facilities. So the Bakey boiler is processing well. The pumps for the boiler came in on August 31st. We had to hire a vendor for our chimney. We tried to obtain 3 different quotes for that particular vendor. However, one could start in September, while the other 2 could only start sometime after December. And really what the problem was is obtaining the material. What we found is that the one that could start in September was able to find a pallet of material, where the others didn't have the labor or the materials to even start the project. The next thing is, oh, I'm sorry, as a result of this, we made an emergency purchase. We selected the one vendor that could move it forward. We needed to make sure that we could get the boiler running as soon as possible so that it's running in time for winter.
Yeah, I looked at their quote. It seemed reasonable.
The next one is we've removed 3 trees, and also the stumps have been ground. The 2 trees that are within view of the building have been ground. There's a third one that was like in the hedgerow. We just left the stump there. And then also the dead limbs were limbed off of the pine tree out front and the apple tree that was near the back. We're also going to be looking at assessing the electrical capacity of the building to determine whether we can the electrical system can support air conditioning units. We got to make sure that there's enough power coming into the building to do that. We've actually got a request from a parent to see if they could donate AC units to us. The next one is we're also working towards repairing the concrete loading dock and also repairing the concrete steps near the playground. We're trying to do this sometime before winter, so there's going to be more information to come. We got to bring all the bid information to this committee. Also, not related to the boiler system, we had 2 circulator pumps fail. Basically, these are water pumps that deliver water throughout the building for normal human consumption. The pump that failed supplies water to the school food service, the cafeteria. And what we've done is we're also doing an emergency purchase on that one. The pump's about $2,500, and we're going in and we're repairing it because we got to get the kitchen up and going.
Question, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
When these pumps fail, can we rebuild and hold them as a reserve?
Yes, we can. And I've asked to have that pump rebuilt to be held as a spare.
Okay.
Talked about that this spring as well, Jim, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the pumps for the boiler, I think, right?
Well,
Yeah.
and the pumps for the boiler though are congruent, I think compatible with the pumps at Memorial, but Matt would know more than I would about that.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the high school / middle school, we're having some issues with the siding where the siding is failing on the let's see, I want to say it's on the northern part where the library is, and it's caused a leak in the roof. And right now we're trying to track down whether we can get this done under warranty. The problem is that the siding company, the company that built the siding, has closed. So we're trying to get options together and get quotes together, but this is a problem that we need to resolve fairly quickly.
When you say siding, Matt, when I think of siding, I think of the sheathing over the wall, the exterior wall. Are you talking about some trim along the roof, or what does that have to do with the roof?
Well, there's some, where the library is actually bumped out from the wall from the second floor. So the
Oh.
second floor, there's a window that looks over the roof of the library.
Oh, so it's the sheathing above the library.
That's right. And that wall doesn't have like a cinder block exterior wall. It has regular siding,
Right.
and it's decorative siding, and that siding has failed.
So is there flashing that's
Yeah.
missing or something, or?
I have pictures of the siding. So here's the first one. Let's see if I can zoom this in. You can see where the butt joint for the siding is coming apart. Okay,
Right.
so there's one. The second one right here, you can see the siding is bubbling. There's a box that shows up about where
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. And then it's breaking apart near the bottom.
Yeah.
And then this one here is even better still. You can see where the siding is actually breaking down and coming down onto the roof.
I forget the name of that stuff, but it's pretty low quality, if it's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Once it gets exposed, it absorbs water easily.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing is we've also became aware of the concrete retaining wall over by the loading dock has deteriorated to the point where we need to bring in a structural engineer to see how far, if we need to repair it or not. Okay. Our initial gut is it will need to be repaired, but I don't want to go down the rabbit hole to figure, we're not skilled to find out what the real solution is.
So tell me if I'm wrong. There's a metal bar that runs along the edge, and that bar is deteriorated, rusted, or
Yeah,
is there more to it than that?
Yeah, it's basically, if you were to look at the loading dock at the high school, there's a walkway to the left-hand side. It's the retaining wall that holds that walkway. There are some joints in that, and those joints are actually breaking down.
I see. Okay. All right.
I'm just, what I'm doing here is I'm just giving you an FYI on this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this is going to be something that if we're going to repair it, it's going to either be repaired next summer or the summer after.
Hang on, I got Jamie on the phone. If you want to hold a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Jamie. Good.
Now you get to redo this all, Matt.
Did you get the link to log on to the facilities meeting? Yeah, I know, you're a different time zone, right?
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, great, great. Yeah, no, Matt's doing his business administrator comments, so we haven't gotten into, beyond that yet. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, so he's gonna log in. So we'll be able to have a quorum.
Okay. I have a box open to try to find everybody. Okay, so the next thing is we're moving forward and repairing the baseball field at Chase Field. If you remember in the past, I've said that the baselines are raised and actually could, and there's like a drop off on each side.
Right.
So we're fixing that, and they're going to start next week. Let's see, we're putting down wood chips under the under the playground structures at both elementary schools. Memorial was completed this morning, and they're going to start Bakey later on today. Basically, what we got to do is we got to put down 12 inches of material underneath each of the playground structures and dig out the old material before that.
And that's per the insurance requirements?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Another thing too is, I've been trying to clean out stuff that we don't need and stuff that people can stick, storage stuff. So basically we have two 40-foot box trailers. We do need a 20-foot box trailer at the high school. So we're going to trade the two 40-foot box trailers, and they're not in really good shape. And we're going to get a nicer box trailer, and we're going to pay $2,500 to have them remove the two 40-foots and bring in the 20-foot trailer.
What are the 40-foots being used for?
The first one was out behind the old middle school, and that was used for school supplies. What had happened in that particular case, and also in their building supplies too. So mold got into those school supplies, so I had to go and pitch them. So that particular unit has some sort of moisture problem in it. The second one is
Well, just the extremes between cold and heat could cause condensation in there too.
That's true. That's true. The second one is in much better shape, and that one was over at the grounds facility, the old ground facility, which is out behind the old seminary property. And that one there, if you were to open it up and look at it, you would just see like rakes and other kind of hand tools all neatly lined up inside of there. So that one wasn't really filled full of stuff. It's just that now we're trying to move that to the high school facility.
And what's the 20-footer going to be used for?
That's going to be storing automotive parts in.
Stuff that humidity won't affect?
Yes. No, we're not storing any paper products anymore outside.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
The next one is I'm gonna.
One more question though.
Yeah.
If that 40-foot, if one of those 40-foot units is in good shape and we're trading it for a 20-foot unit, why do we have to pay anything?
Because it's not that nice. They're not as nice as the unit, and also they're bringing in heavy equipment to remove it.
Uh-huh.
Equipment, we can't move it ourselves.
Right.
So it's really more or less the transportation of the box trailers, because you can't just get a normal wrecker to pull to, like a flatbed wrecker to move it. The 20-foot trailers, we could just put it on the back of a flatbed wrecker.
Right. So the trailer, even though it's in good shape, you're saying it has minimal value?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Amy waiting in the waiting room.
I don't see him. Let me go and bump out of the sharing here.
Yeah, I just.
Yep.
There he is. Jamie, you should be on, but you're muted. Let me see if I can unmute you. No. Jamie's on. I can see him in.
Let me try calling him back, see if it's on his end. Hello? Yeah, you were there, but you were muted and. Oh, it won't, okay. He says it won't let him unmute it.
Oh,
I guess, well, you could keep trying. I guess we'll go on without you then.
hey, Jim,
Yeah, hang on a
Wait.
minute. Yeah,
why don't you put him on speaker?
Okay, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone, Jamie. Okay,
Have him try calling in one more time. He'll probably be fine.
yeah, Tom suggested you try it again. But I've got you on speakerphone.
I can't hear him.
It's as loud as it'll go. He's not saying anything right now.
That's a first.
Okay.
You heard me.
You can
Okay.
hear him now, I guess, right?
Yeah, I can hear him now.
Okay,
All right. So all right. So now that we have Jamie here, I'm gonna go back and share my screen again for the, so Jamie, I'm going through my business administrator's report. We went through the progress for the Bakey boilers, electrical capacity at the Bakey school, repairing the concrete at Bakey. We had a circular pump fail at Bakey. This is to the water system though, not the boiler. The siding is breaking down at the high school, middle school, causing damage. We have a question about a retaining wall and how well that is. Let's see, Chase Field, they're going to start next week in repairing that. Wood chips are going to the playground right now. And then we just talked about trading a couple box trailers. Now moving on, as tonight's school board, I'm going to ask the school board to for a first reading of a lease purchase of a new plow truck. And if the school board is happy to make a decision tonight, we'd be glad to move on to buying this truck. However, the current existing truck is a 1-ton dump truck, and it no longer can dump. You know, basically the dump body doesn't raise. It can go up, but it can't go back down. They have to lower it with the tractor. Also, there's a huge amount of rust after years of plowing the district's lots. So we're going to be asking for a single axle 1-ton plow truck, okay, with a utility body. I said 1 ton or 3/4 ton. It's a 1-ton plow truck. So basically I asked for this in the springtime, and let's see. But what we're doing is we're putting utility body on the back of it, and we're going to be giving it to one of our facility guys. And this guy he's responsible for repairing Bakey and Memorial schools. So he's going to put all of his tools in the utility body and then also use the truck for plowing.
What about the dumping aspects of what we need to do?
Currently we have 2 dump trucks and 2 stake body trucks. Okay. I don't think we need 2 dump trucks. I think we need to start rethinking how this fleet is. I can see the need for a dump truck. I can also see the need for a stake body truck, but I don't see the need for 2 stake bodies and 2 dump trucks.
Okay.
Okay, so really, I think what I'm envisioning is in the future, when that dump truck goes, I would ask the committee to get a roll-off truck, and that one there can have different bodies, so it can either be a stake body or a dump body, and then we can also roll on and off the sander, so it's easier to get equipment in and out. And then at that point, it would be 1 utility body and then 2 pickup trucks. Because really all we need them for is plowing, and then we can move all the equipment around with our trailers. We have 2 2-ton trailers. Okay.
Yep.
And then let's see, the next one is we
Hey,
also
Matt,
have.
before you move on, tonight when you present it to the school board,
Mhm.
I suggest that you mention that it's a state pricing program.
Yes. Yep, we can go
Okay.
over that too in a few seconds. Let me finish this and we can go over that.
Okay,
proposal, okay?
yeah,
The next one is we also have a Toro tractor that we use primarily for snow blowing. This vehicle's also past its useful life, and it breaks down often. So we're going to be looking at replacing this. We're going to rethink how we're doing all of our snow blowing. And then here, hold on one second. I see Jamie. Okay. So, and then, so that's we're gonna rethink how we're doing our snow blowing and our equipment there too, okay? Also, for identified risks, what we're gonna be doing there is, instead of me listing out all the risks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all the risks in the CIP plan, and I'd like to start that at the next meeting,
Good.
okay?
Yep.
All right.
Jamie, did you hear all that? Okay.
Okay. Wait a minute, my screen share thing is in front of my. There we go. All right. So the next thing are the trust fund balances. Did you want me to go over those? Or do you have any
Has
questions?
anything changed?
Okay, so what I have for trust fund balances for the special education expendable trust fund, I have $241,193.53. We had $4.12 of interest. For the capital improvement and maintenance capital reserve fund, we have $223,054.39 with $3.81 of interest. And we're going to have a transfer in that for September, hopefully. Also, we have
And that's the Seacoast Learning or something else?
no, Seacoast Learning thing is farther down on the schedule.
Okay. What's
Okay.
what's that transfer in for?
So basically in here, let me go back up again. So what happens is at the annual town meeting, school district meeting, the voters vote in money that goes into the capital reserve fund. So these would be transfers from the general fund to the capital reserve fund to increase the balance.
Okay.
So it's $50,000.
Oh, this is the warrant article
Yeah,
increases. Okay.
right.
It looks like the same one you reviewed at the Finance Committee on the 18th, except for some interest.
No,
Or
no,
is it-
I didn't have the balances for the finance committee.
Did you hear that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said 50,000 going into this year-end balances. That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the unanticipated educational expenses capital reserve fund is $150,214.02. And then we also have $2.57 of interest. Now for the facility use revolving fund, I don't have any current year information. I actually looked in Infinite Visions, and they've been so focused on trying to get payroll up and running for teachers' pay, which was today, that they didn't record any of the revenue for the facility use revolving fund. Okay,
And this is where the Learning Collaborative's revenue would appear.
that's correct.
And they've
So
been paying through the summer?
yes, so the balance as of June 30th is $171,433.80. And you can see there's $140,000 of facility rental going into it. We used some funds last year for it, giving us the $171,000 balance.
So this would be up in August, through August by approximately 11,000.
That's
in
correct.
rents.
Well, in July and August, so you're talking.
Well, July, it says July 31st. The rent's
Yeah,
not
but-
in there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. So this would be July. So it'd just be 11,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna switch back to the agenda.
I gave up on trying to get in on the meeting. It won't connect. I don't think I have strong enough internet here to do that.
Well, we can hear you fine.
Oh,
Yes,
and it's nice and quiet over here, so we're good.
yes. Okay, the next thing I have is that replacing of the 1-ton truck. And what I want to do is I kind of went over it really briefly in my report, but I want to go over some of the pictures and bring them up on the screen here. So the first one here is a picture of the rocker panel on the truck. It's not rusted all the way through, but it's getting there. Here's a picture of the dump body of the truck. You can see there's a big hole in the bed. This is a picture of a body support underneath the truck, and you can see that it's rotting on the inside of the cab support. This is a picture of the dump body, one of the leading edges behind where the driver sits, and you can see that the dump body's rusted out. Now, this is the dump body that we use to move around a salt spreader that we have. This one here is a picture looking from underneath the dump body, looking straight up. And you can see there's a gaping hole there. Let's see, here's another cab support. And that one there has got rod in it. You can see right in here. Let's see, this is the back of the dump body by the tailgate. And you can see it's rotted all the way through. They actually put diamond plate on there to hide all the rust. Let's see, same on the other side, it's rotted through. And then here's another picture. Where is this? I think this is the top part. I can't really place that on the truck. And then this is my favorite one. This is still the dump body looking straight up. You can see all the way straight through it.
Is that the one with the blue sky that you talked about? That when I saw the pictures, that was telling.
Yeah, this is the one with the blue sky that you can see from underneath the truck.
Jeez. Sorry, I don't usually laugh about that kind of thing, but I think you've sold me on the fact that we need to replace this. I mean, it's pretty bad. Jim and Jamie, how do you guys feel about this?
Well, that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we had the pictures, because I know from talking to Matt, he had described it. And I said, you know, pictures worth 1,000 words. Let's get pictures up so people understand
Yeah.
the truck is needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd also, for tonight, I'd like you to add the total cost, including the lease interest.
Yep.
And then my comment will be that the other truck lasted 13 years, 13 into this amount is, you know, like $4,500 a year or whatever it is.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of paraphrase. This is my my staff report to the school board. Basically, there's the power steering pump doesn't hold any fluid anymore. Body's rusted out. You saw that. The dump no longer works. There's a suspension problem that causes the truck to shake over 35 miles an hour. The ABS brakes work intermittently. The plow is bent. And then also each time when you're plowing and you push snow up against a snowbank, it blows a fuse and all the lights go out. And then we're going to dispose of this thing through the state's auction. Normally we've been having the kids take the vehicles apart, but they have enough vehicles here to take apart. And then also we intend to replace this with a single axle Ford F-350. And basically it's going to have a utility body, a ladder rack, and a plow, which are all included in the purchase price. The fiscal impact is going to be $48,376. And the first payment is $10,742.28. Let me pull up.
That's for 5 years, Matt?
That's over a 5-year period. So here's the payment schedule, okay? So we're going to start the first payment in the next fiscal year, not this fiscal year, so it doesn't impact this year's budget, okay? So the interest cost over the 5 years is going to be $5,335.40 over the 5-year period.
So that's on top of the 48,376.
Right. So the total cost for this vehicle is going to be $53,711.40.
Okay. And what's included for maintenance in the lease?
I think
Do they do anything?
no, it's going to be, since it can be a lease purchase, it's all on us.
Okay.
So do you have any questions on this purchase?
I don't.
I don't.
Okay.
So that's if that truck lasts 13 years and you said it's an aluminum body, that's $4,131 a year. But it'll be paid out in 5 years. Not including upkeep and whatever other costs we have to run it.
Yeah, let's see.
Probably more than that, right?
Now, 13 years into 53,711.
That's if this, okay, that's if this lasts.
Right, which is, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the other truck was 2008. It lasted for 13 years. That's all.
Almost $12,000 a year.
Right. I'm just talking about the cost amortized over 13 years, if that's the life of it.
Hmm.
Careful we don't say that.
Right.
The cost out of pocket near term is going to be about $12,000 a year.
Right. Yep. Good point.
I do want to clarify one thing. The utility body is steel. So that will rust and rot out. But
Okay.
if it gets really that bad, we can always get another one and put it on the vehicle if the truck is still useful.
What causes the rust? The salt in the sand that you put down, or?
Yeah,
I mean-
we actually put down we have a salt spreader that would go into the bed of the dump trucks. Okay. This is a truck that's not going to have a spreader in it. So what happens is when you spread it, there's just no way you're going to get salt on the vehicle, and it's just going to rot it out very, very, very quickly. DPW departments have to deal with their dump trucks rotting out quickly also. And then to counteract that, what we've been trying to do is do this New Hampshire oil treatment. So what they do is it's like an undercoating on the bottom of the truck. We've been doing that now in preparation for the winter to try to preserve the trucks as best as possible.
So they spray them off from underneath and then apply the soil, right?
Yeah. So, but you can't do it on a brand new vehicle. You have to wait a year. So this truck won't get it this year, but the remaining 3 will get it.
Anything else, Jamie?
No, I think we need to replace the truck. I agree with that.
Okay.
We need the other one.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I agree. So if there's nothing else and we have no public attending, so there's no public comment, I'll adjourn the meeting.
Oh, before you adjourn,
Oh,
I will drive back to the hotel and try to get myself on the right time schedule.
Matt's got something else before you go, Jamie.
do you want to approve the minutes of the meeting?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
And I'll second.
Okay.
All in favor, Jamie?
Aye.
And yes for me.
Okay,
So minutes are approved.
Okay. Again, my apologies for the time.
That's all right. You're having fun out there.
Yeah, I expect my car doesn't know it's not. So I got a brochure from a guy that's called CPs, and it's all these great things to do. So I went and did them. So
all right.
it's all
Should-
why it's called CPs. It's a Jeep rental company. To go
Should we
on
adjourn the
all
meeting?
tours that I did in my car.
Meeting adjourned.